12 more clearances than their opposition per game. So in those in-tight areas, the Blues have been absolutely dominant.
Chris Judd, right of picture, coming in underneath this contest. Hocking's been given the job to tag him. Judd's had 8 disposals so far.
Jacobs got it down on Monfrey's handball, went straight to the opposition. Wiggins initially, but Judd's had another touch over Favola. He didn't quite hang on. Made it a bit more difficult for himself. Myers finds a way through, and he's been pinged. Boy, I thought he might have got some high contact around the head, but the umpire didn't see it that way, and it's Mitch Robinson just buzzing around again. Well,
it was Robinson who got that tackle in the centre a minute ago.
One step for Favola, but it's not online this time, and the Blues 4-5-29.
It's a fireworks going on here at the moment. The Melbourne Storm scored a couple of quick tries.
Obviously. Nash to himself, gets it in quickly. Winderlich, who was superb last week, particularly in the first half. And the Blues no doubt aware of that. He's been getting some tight attention tonight. Only his second touch so far. Here's Hocking. Gets it back to Winderlich. Wiggins was about to shut him down, but he was able to get Jenner, who's clear. He just goes for goal, which was pretty unlikely from 65 out.
One of the things I like about the Bombers is that they are always trying to get it in the corridor as they come out of defence. They don't take it, crab it round the boundary line.
Crab it?
I said crab it.
Another opportunity here for Essendon. Jetta to Hill. Lloyd works his way back in the pack. Skipworth. Lucas is there. Neither got a kind bounce. Monfries kept it alive. Lloyd for his second. Oh, beautiful dummy. And screws it around and hits the post.
How did the Carlton defender think that Lloyd had kicked it on his right foot?
He stole the dummy, didn't he?
Now the Blues, we watched the replay, the Blues have quickly got it back into play and have already found Chris Judd cross half back. Lloyd getting plenty of attention from his opponents, and the Blues, I think, happy just to see off this last 30 seconds. They've got a handsome lead. 20 points is the margin in the opening term. Could have been more, but Bombers also have missed a few chances, so the margin probably reflects the difference between the two sides. Oh, there's a good solid mark under a bit of pressure from young Adam Joseph, who's been impressive so far. Now, what's the umpire done? He's paid the free maybe for...
Against Simpson for tunnelling Hocking.
Here's Zaharakis. He couldn't have been more impressive last week. Watson gets a kick just on the bell. Oh, Davey will regret playing on. Because he missed. I thought the siren was going to beat him as we watched the countdown.
I think the umpire said the siren went before he kicked.
Even though it didn't.
It's unlucky, isn't he? Because they set that up really well.
So quarter time at the MCG in this round 3 contest. It's Carlton by 20 points already. 4-6 plays, 1-4. So we start the second term. It's the Blues kicking to left of screen or the punt road end as Judd gets another stat at Fletcher. Outmarks Robinson at halfback. His 17th season, Dustin Fletcher. What a record he's had, debuting way back in 1993. Simpson's run down by Zaharakis. Stanton looking for Lloyd. Joseph's there for Carlton, snapping at his heels as Winderlich. And the ball's still alive. Lloyd soccers off the ground towards Lucas. Now Russell into the picture. Good tackle by Lucas. Umpire lets it go. And the Blues out of trouble. Joseph to the wing, and a strong mark taken by Wiggins. He's got Simpson in support. He can pop it over the top to Murphy, and Murphy can go. He can almost have a ping here. He runs to 52, kicks a long ball into the goal square, and it's knocked through for a behind.
And Favola's giving him a mouthful, saying, I gave you a lead to the pocket, you should have honoured it. He's not such a long kick mark, Murphy, and I reckon Fev might be right.
Fletcher with a little kick in to Darcy Danaher, who hopes that Stanton can get over Robinson. A little push. Stanton lets it go through, but here's the man who's pretty much everywhere at the moment. Chris Judd up to 14 touches. Hadley around the corner, superb delivery. Cloak back to Robinson. More than 360 usually means you're in trouble. And here's Hocking bringing it to Zaharakis, who, as I mentioned, was just outstanding last week on debut, and his ball use was a big feature of that, and again he delivered pretty well for Hill.
Hill's playing in the forward line, Hutto. Ryder's doing the ruck work.
Wasn't a great handball for Slattery, but they just are determined to carry it forward this way. Love it, completely uncertain where to go, but found a path eventually, a very wide one, we must say, and the ball is out of bounds.
They crabbed it then, Robert.
Yeah, they did go wide. They didn't want to go wide, but they did. And it's interesting. We'll see who do the ruck work is Ryder.
And did it well too. Here's Simpson. And keeps it alive. Gains about 25 metres for his team.
David Hill gets to the centre half forward position for the Bombers.
Once again, there'll be Hill, I beg your pardon, Ryder against Cruiser. Hocking fed it out to Watson. He's been pretty quiet so far.
Joe Watson's just had the 2 disposals. Richard Hadley doing a very, very good job on him.
And Watson averaging 31 disposals in his opening 2 matches.
I think he's Essendon's best player around the stoppages. He reads it well, he's quick with his hands, he's tough.
So Hadley in game 50 doing the good shutdown job at the moment. Ball kicked to the wing by Thornton. Ryder, a little bit laconically. Now Cruiser, can he pick it up? Eventually he does. Cloak swoops, good skills for a big man. Favola, one out. Uses his muscle. Too good, too strong for Danaher.
Danaher took his eyes off the ball when it was in flight. Checked to see where Fev was. As soon as you take your eyes off the ball, you're lost.
Big learning curve though, Rob, for young Darcy Danaher tonight. On one of the best.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can say, does he learn and his team lose a game of footy, or do you play Fletcher there and let him learn playing on a less talented opponent? Like Fev's obviously Carlton's best forward.
2 to Favola. Not one yet. Young Pearce is having a go at. So Cruiser picked it up eventually, and good effort by Cloak.
Absolutely, Quarters. It was a good effort by the big man to be able to get a ball off his toenails and then be able to roost at 40 metres.
It's going to be hard to stop. He's such a forward target, such a focus for the Blues, which can be a weakness, but on a night like tonight, where the Bombers pretty undermanned down there.
They have moved Fletcher onto Cameron Cloak.
Ryder did well, let his opponent go up and down, Jacobs, and then waited for the ball to come. Hill feeding it out for Davey. And you can know that he's going to give himself plenty of room to be able to steady. Even then he nearly missed the shot. But a good answer for Essendon.
He's been good, I reckon, Rob.
He has,
couple of tackles inside the attacking 50.
He's a very dangerous player. And just the easy clearance. Brett Ratton wouldn't be happy that there was no contest made at that centre bounce by Jacobs. And Ryder able to just catch the ball as it came down and put it forward.
Bauer issuing instructions to his teammates further ahead, hoping one of them will do exactly what he says so he can kick it where he wanted to. Hocking almost took the mark, but Chris Judd was still standing, and that's the big problem. Gibbs goes to ground. Well done from Skipworth. Monfries drew some high contact. Hocking into the middle. Hill will try and move it off quickly. And the Bombers eventually will, well, slowly, in labour-intensive fashion, might get it into their forward line.
Well played, Slattery. Slapped it forward to Dyson. And that's a better kick. That's a beautiful kick. On to Dempsey, who runs into an open goal and nails it. Great play, Bombers.
And that is exactly what Matthew Knights would have preached to this team. Get the ball on the wing, Bring it into the central corridor.
Much better kick from Dyson too, Rob.
Good kick by Dyson. Share it. Use your pace